Greetings, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the Cosmic Legionnaire. And in this segment of Cosmic Legions, I am showcasing the Cosmic Legions Tusk Engineer from, I believe, Wave 1 or Book 1. Now, I had to do this video over again because, man, that last video, it was just so long, trying to open and unbox and a bunch of other stuff. I was like, man, 19 minutes of that, I don't think y'all got that kind of time. So I'm just going to show you what's up. I opened the box. Here's what it says. While the Tusk Engineers can often be found seeking to the needs of Hvalkatar's inner workings. More importantly, they are members of the menagerie of individuals attending to High Warden Slog. Slog's complex system of life-supporting equipment and strict regimen of Thyraxium serum require constant observation and maintenance, and the engineers faithfully serve in this capacity. Additionally, these engineering specialists are proficient in close quarters combat, so they can step in as personal guards should the need ever arise for them to defend the High Warden of Hvalkatar. So in other words, these nerds know martial arts. They know how to fight. And yeah, this is what they're when you open it, this is what it comes with. This staff, these gauntlet pieces right here, 2 pistols, and 4 of these clear pegs so that you could place it for the pistols to be, set in its proper place. And an additional alien head, Cyclops type. I don't think I'll be using this because I just wanted to match my Shadow Circle figures, which was my first Cosmic Legion figures. And it comes with these 2 trigger hands for the weapons. Now, I gotta admit, these weapons, the paint apps here are no good compared to the paint apps on the ones that my first set of Cosmic Legion figs, which was the Fisher Rice. They set the bar so high that I might have trouble accepting the lower level of paint apps that these guys bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? So I might have to give some of their weapons or to her, so to make them match with the rest of the Shadow Circle. You know what I'm saying? This is my troops right here. I think that this is a win. This is my this is what I got going on right here. My motivation for picking her up was to complement these guys. And in my own head canon, he's leading the charge, and I guess she's, because she's wearing black, like, and matching them in color congruency, I figured, yeah, let's bring her to the fold so that she can complement them. But man, these weapons are so mid paint apps compared to these 2 that we're gonna have to find a way to upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, folks. I don't mean to crap on it because this was first wave stuff, but it is what it is. I mean, I got into the hobby later than most, so and this one set the bar so high as far as what I expect from Cosmic Legions that, yeah, sometimes it's like watching Aliens and then watching Aliens first, then watching Alien afterwards. And while Alien is good, when you're already used to the dynamic stuff that was going on in Aliens, it's a little bit more like, what? I didn't learn to appreciate this as much, the lead up to this, because I didn't, experience this first, But had I did, I would have been like, oh man, these upgrades are cool. And now I'm like, oh, it feels like a downgrade getting the older stuff, But hey, it's okay. I'm sure at some point they're gonna come up with weapons packs or something that'll be matching color congruency. If not, I can just get somebody to custom paint these things to match, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but enough of these guys. I'm just letting you guys know that this was my main motivation for picking up this engineer. Cause like, you know what? Every time I look at her, she just keeps matching and matching the shadow circle. So I picked her up to be that one, right? Uh, a couple of things. Earlier while I was messing with this, the hands are a little bit on the smaller side triggers. That it stretches and strains to to use the pistols. But I mean, it can still be done, but it struggles because it's so small that the stretches, and also be very careful to make sure you use heat and do not force these hands out. You make sure that they receive the proper heating because these things can and will break if you're not careful. Okay, just telling you guys right now, right meow, heat it up first before pulling them out. Use a heat gun or hot water if you have to. But I'm a heat gun guy, and man, I gotta tell you, in my impatience, I almost broke one of these. So I'm like, ugh. I got shook. I got scared. I'm not messing with it without heat ever again in any form as far as uh, Cosmic Legion stuff is concerned. Maybe there's newer stuff won't require that kind of thing, but man, with this one, just saying, be careful, okay? But yeah, this thing looks great. I love the way it looks. I love the harness. Oh, hang on. Let me take the staff out so that you guys can enjoy the detail. You can show you closer details to what's going on. So here you go. See, this in the last video, I didn't even get a chance to give you guys a better look at the finer details of these things, the deets. You know what I mean? The head, the harness. Yeah, this thing just kind of fell out, but you could easily put that thing back in. You know what I mean? Yeah. This head sculpt looks cool, but I'm not going to be using it just because I'm not too keen on Cyclops alien chicks. It's just just not how I roll. You know. Let's see. Um, Maybe a little bit of a problem putting these in back in. Mm, mm. I guess it's supposed to stick out. I just probably didn't notice. But yeah, it's got that you can't do full up because the harness gets in the way. I'm sure if you took the harness off, which you can, I'm confident of it. You could do that, but I don't want to take it off. I like the look as is. She has the joints were pretty stiff, but they start to loosen up after a while. And be careful, you don't want to get it too loose. Just loose enough, because once they get too loosey goosey, shoot, it's gonna start to do splits on their own and everything. You know what I mean? Be careful, and these things are solid plastic, so because of the solidness of the plastic, it's a little bit more heavy, so it could start to weigh on the joints, and the joints can, depending on how loose you get it, can start to become too loose. You know what I'm saying? And be careful. That's all I'm saying. I guess you could use certain oils or whatever, or floor wax to tighten these things up if you want to, but I don't know. I just don't like doing chores like that. It's no fun. I have to do I had to do those with a couple of transformers back in the day using floor wax and floor polish. It works, but still a chore. Uh, but yeah, I like the way she looks. She matches my guys. Um, they don't have the same kind of articulation as, you know, certain figures like no 90 degrees or whatever, or double. This is just a single elbow joint. So it's gonna have its limitations, but overall the aesthetic and all of that stuff is a gosh dang win for me. I love it. I just love the way, you know, this thing kind of looks. The only thing that I'm kind of disappointed in again is the paint apps on these weapons. They're so, to me, they're mid, but you know, you could see that the progress was made with Fisher Rice, and I'm thinking that's what they're doing moving forward with all their other weapons. Because yeah, green, this is not a very good color to match with this one. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think their future offerings are probably better. I noticed that there's no pilots or Sligor on in the back, so this is probably telling me that this was the first wave of stuff to come, you know. And the paint apps were just on the, at least for the weapons, have been kind of on the weak side. So I'm thinking they definitely improved moving forward. Anyways, final thoughts on this. I like this figure. Figure is great. These things, you know, again, when compared to the current stuff, not so sexy, but it's a fun fig. I'm a believer in the Legion, the Cosmic Legion stuff. Um, this is my team, my squad, and now she's part of it, of the Shadow Circle. I think, you know, in my own head canon, it's a win. So yeah, for me, because she suits my purposes, I'm in love with this fig. I just wish that she had more paint apps to match instead of all black, but it's all right. You know what I mean? At some point, they're probably going to come up with a figure that does more of the Shadow Circle kind of thing, and I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I hope they do. I'll definitely spend money on it to, if it matches more of the Shadow Circle aesthetic and paint and stuff. All right, folks. Well, that's all I got for this segment of Cosmic Legions, I guess, reviews. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the Cosmic Legionnaire and Casual Collector. And until the next video, folks, ciao.